Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Fellow Kenyans, this video, I want to be very brief, but I want to be very straight to the point. Ndindi NYORO, I've seen Ndindi NYORO had a meeting at Safari Park, and the meeting was attended by Bishop John C.W., James ORENGO was there. The main reason why Ndindi NYORO was having this meeting was that Ndindi NYORO was telling people is a political party.
One, for avoidance of doubt, just for avoidance of doubt, I know you all know we left government long time ago. And be associated with the wheelbarrow party, the UDA. Kwa sababu hivi hata naona hata wenye wheelbarrow wenyewe wataitoka waiwache. The second thing I want to sikizane tafadhali, because I want to be very direct. The second thing, mimi kama Dede NYORO na wafuasi wangu kutoka leo nimeingia chama inaitwa People's Party of Kenya. Jambo la tatu ndio tuendelee vizuri. The third thing, I am glad that the membership of the People's Party of Kenya wamenipea nafasi na wakanieleza tukifanya mambo ambayo tunafanya kwenda mbele. Wameniuliza kwa sasa tuongoze hiyo maneno. Na mimi nimeitikia hiyo mwito. The third thing, as all the membership of the People's Party of Kenya, we have today joined the opposition. Tutulie. Haya, tutulie. Tutulie, tusikizane kwanza. Jambo, the other point I want to request the Kenyan people. Tunasikizana. Mukiangalia viongozi wale watapeleka Kenya mbele from next year. I also ask humbly the people of Kenya, muangalie pia People's Party. Pia wao wako na viongozi wanaweza shikana mkono na wengine na tukoboe Kenya August of next year. I also want to say this. I have taken time to consult almost all the opposition leaders. I have sat down with Peter Munya. I have sat down with Honorable Mother Karua. I have sat down with Honorable James ORENGO. You know, my brother Sifuna is my brother. I have sat down with Honorable His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. I have sat down with Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka. I have consulted even many others I could have forgotten. In fact, I want to confirm to you, I have had almost a near-long consultation with most of them, including almost for a whole year, Honorable Dr. Fred Matiang'i. And therefore, I want to say this. In all the people's tours, that is the People's Party tours, all the aspirants of the opposition are invited. Anytime. Wewe kama unatoka chama ambayo ni ya kukomboa Kenya next year, iko katika chama yote ambayo inasema hii serikali imedhulumu wa Kenya ya kutosha. Na kwa sababu ya hiyo tamu yao ni moja peke yake. Ukisikia People's Party iko kwenu, unakuja tunakupea nafasi because we are all brothers and sisters. na tutaangazia sana mambo ya kutrain aspirants katika People's Party. Aspirants wote wanasimama katika diwani or MCAs, wale wanasimama katika MPs na zinginezo. I'll be at the forefront of offering them advice and mentorship and trainings, so that as we recalibrate our country even up here, we also have credible leaders in our wards, in our constituencies, and in our counties. From January of 2028, deliver free basic education and that which is free. And we'll start that with our senior secondary schools. Of the 3.5 million Kenyans and learners in our senior secondary schools, we only require an additional 35 billion Kenya shillings. My proposal is as follows: that NGCDF will contribute 10 billion shillings into that kitty. The equitable share of our counties, because they also give bursaries, they also contribute 10 billion Kenya shillings. And the third issue is that the national government to give in 15 billion Kenya shillings. 35 billion Kenya shillings is enough to give all school-going learners in our senior secondary schools free education, including meals.
Right. Now, I have a question here to ask. This is the same Ndindi Nyoro who failed to attend a meeting or to go and vote for the finance bill when Kenyans really needed his help or really needed him. Remember when he was really fighting the finance bill around. Now, there is something that people expected him to do. One mistake that is happening in this country is that I don't know whether politicians are wanaelewa ama I don't understand. Because you can't really tell me that these people does mistakes, and then after doing mistake, we Kenyans knows very well that these people have done 1, 2, 3 things, and then they come back to us, lie to us, and then we accept them. So sasa hivi kuna wale watu ambao wanaona kwamba Ndindi Nyoro ni mtu mzuri sana, but hapo awali hakuwa anaonekana mtu mzuri. If we continue with this direction, if we continue moving in this direction, fellow Kenyans, I want to tell you for a fact that this our country will not have change. Right? Amesema kwamba alifanya mkutano, aliongea na nani? Aliongea na William, aliongea na Rigathi Gachagua, akaongea na Kalonzo Musyoka, akaongea na Matiang'i. In other words, Ndindi Nyoro is telling us that is ready to become the president. Yes, everybody wants to become the president. Everybody is ready to become the president. But the question is, are you going to deliver as you're promising? Are you really going to do that? Because, you know, if you can't, I normally believe personally that if you can't appear at that point, or if you can't be seen, mwenyewe kuna ile wakati ambapo unatarajiwa kuonekana sana, watu wanatarajia kukuona. So if you can't be present when people really need you, and then you appear at that time when ile matarajio ya watu imepungua kwako, and then you come and lie to these people that, you know what, I didn't do this because I was not there, it becomes, yes, like watu lazima swali. So I'm not against Ndindi Nyoro forming his own political party or telling Kenyans that he has a direction, right? I don't really do that. I'm not against it, but I'm at this point. I'm really questioning. Can this really be one of the ways that Ndindi Nyoro wants to use to divide some votes? The possibilities. Let us just look at the possibilities. Because I remember there's a time that William Ruto was talking about NYORO. That whereby, I don't know, William Ruto was saying that Mount Kenya East is home, and then let's handle Mount Kenya West. So it's like, it's more or less, it's like, you know, now coming with with the PPK, I've said that I have no problem with the NYORO forming a political party. And right now, it's like everybody wants to become president, which is not bad. The main goal is Ruto ende nyumbani. But tunatumia criteria gani kumpeleka nyumbani? Are we really going to do it? Are we really going to follow everybody? Just because huyu mtu amekosana na William Ruto, sasa akija yeye ndio anapaswa, yeye ndio anaonekana mtu mzuri. So you know, my problem with these politicians is normally one. While they're in government, they don't tell us what is in the government. But wakitoka ndio wanatuambia. Yes, I know maybe you can say that mtu anajaribu kuprotect kazi yake, but at what cost? Bishop John C.W. was present at Safari Park when NYORO was launching his PPK party, and he was saying that he's going to give directives. They are going to have their political rallies. And I had Bishop John C.W. addressing some very critical issues here.
Honorable NYORO, I think I don't need to beat my chest. You know how far we go, so God bless you. Over the years, I've managed to have the privilege to be among the key advisors of this gentleman. And I can tell you, wisdom is in this house. And if you are a young person and you're not in support of a young person like this leader, uko na shida zako. Now, I want to take 2 or 3 minutes because the assumption is always, and which I told him, because as he called me today, I had my own programs that I was doing, but based on our relationship, I felt I should come and be part of this thing. So I would like to say the following, as I told him. In the recent past, anytime you hear the word pastor, we are called to pray for food, we are called to begin a program, and we are called to end a program. And so what I decided to do, apart from studying theology, I went to school and studied leadership and governance. So the few 2-3 minutes I'm going to take to present my case, I would request every single person to kindly listen to the elderly leaders and to the young leaders. In 2015, China started something called Made in China 2025. It was a program where they wanted to make sure that in the next 10 years, they wanted to rule in 3 different sectors. Number 1 was what you call green energy. Number 2 is what you call electric cars, which is where you get the BYD, build your own dreams, and stuff like that. 10 years later, and number 3 was the fishery, Made in China 2025. Please, I would request you to listen. Very important. 10 years later, the 3 leading solar power grids in the world are from China. One of them can power the whole of Norway. 10 years later, the biggest manufacturers of electric vehicles are from China. It is said that every single 2 minutes, China can assemble 1 electric car. 10 years later, if you go to the supermarket, China became China. How China dealt with corruption? Munataka kusikia? They imposed what you call death penalty. Na mimi najua nyinyi ni Wakristo, ningetaka niwaeleze kitu moja. According to the King James Bible, which was written by King James in the 1500s, it was captured, thou shalt not kill. But when you look at the original interpretations, when you came to the NIV and the New Translation, it is actually the word murder. There is a difference between killing and murdering. Killing is a subject matter to offer justice, to offer accreditation to a specific thing that you have done. Murder is any death that does not have any accreditation. And what you are seeing in our generation is not killing, but murder. If a person comes here and you decide to defend yourself, have you killed or you have murdered? Thank you. Have you killed or you have murdered? So my request is, as we keep going forward, kwa sababu watu wamezoea kuiba vitu za Kenya, me I would request that this same thing that China did ifanyike hapa Kenya. Unachukua kitu ya mtu, unasonga ukisonga. We will not allow anyone to take the church for granted again. And as I was very clear to Honorable NYORO, if you are looking for a person to come and do an opening prayer, don't call me. Because 80%, in fact today I was telling people, Mount Kenya is not the biggest voting block. Stop lying. Neither is Western, neither is Central or Eastern or Air. The biggest voting block is the Church of Jesus Christ. And for a long time you have come to our churches, lied to us, taken advantage of our people, and not done what is qualified. Let me say this on behalf of the church. Haitawezekana tena. If you say you'll do something, you better go ahead and do it. Simple and clear. I would request the government that is coming into power, and I would request our leaders, especially I'm here seeing, you know, the fact that I'm a young person, according to 1 Timothy, the Bible says, do not let anyone look down on you because you are a youth. 35 years and below make up almost 76% of this nation. It means without even the fathers, we can choose the nation and where we want to take it. So I want to request the young people, instead of being on TikTok and abusing each other, be where the action is. Jitume alafu utatumwa. Ninge request sana, let us look at the future, because the future of Kenya is love, the future of Kenya is joy, the future of Kenya is peace. Lastly, looking at what happened yesterday in Homa Bay, what a shame. Can I ask you Kenyans, huyu mzee si anaweza kutuzaa sisi wote? Wengi wenyu wanaweza wazaa baba zetu, baba zenyu wametuzaa, si anaweza wazaa? Hata kama uheshimu mtu for their political affiliation, don't we have the fear of an elder? Is he not the highest, the most oldest serving elder in this nation of Kenya? Ni mjinga huyu mzee? Mzee, hebu tuambie kweli, wewe unaweza kuwa mjinga na wewe ni senior council? Sasa wewe ukichukua mawe, huna hata shilingi moja, alafu unatupia mtu wako na degrees, PhDs, nani mjinga? Si ni wewe mwenye mawe? We want to take this nation forward, and no one will stop us from taking this nation forward. No one will take advantage of the church again. No one will take advantage of the people of Kenya again, and God help you if you try. Tutapatana mahali tutapatana. Asanteni sana. We are going to finish by a word of prayer, and I request of you to stand up as we pray.
You know, I normally love Bishop John C.W. with one or two things, if not many. Okay, I can't say that I hate him. He's a good man. He's a good man of God. I like following. I like listening to him. You know, the direction that he's taking is the direction that not everybody can take. That you are a pastor, at the same time you are involving yourself in Kenyan politics. Actually, you are talking about the highest seat. You've heard him talking about the state of the nations. We've been doing, we used to do his video. I think we need to be doing more of his videos here, so that we know what is going on, what he's saying. I had him addressing three issues. Issue number one that I had him addressing the issue of Goonism. And I think I also talked about this, and I said, remember when I was saying that Imambo na goons, there is no way, there is no need of you fighting your own brother. Hakuna haja upige ndugu yako simply because a politician has promised you, I don't know, and then you're fighting your own brother. It is not right. He's also talking about the issue of thievery, wizi. Ameongea kuhusu wizi sana. Misa kusema ameambia nani ni mwizi, but you've listened to what he said. And the last one is talking about the relationship between the church and politics. Do you know where the problem came from? Some church leaders decided to get deeper into politics and forgot with the pulpit. Najua watu watauliza kwani yeye anafanya nini? I think his is different. Yake ni tofauti. Because at least he's trying to tell people something, right? But what about these other people? What about these other people? At the end of the day, fellow Kenyans, NYORO ameamua kuwa na PPK party, anataka kuwa rais wa Kenya. Lakini swali kuu ni kwamba atakuja kushikana na Sifuna na hao wengine, ama ataenda Mansolo? Or is it a way of William Ruto causing distraction and separation in Mount Kenya after realizing that now we have got two Mount Kenya. We have got Mount Kenya East and Mount Kenya West. Can I know what to think of the comment section, Kenyans?